Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is a video I have really been looking forward to filming, and that is an overview of my favorite things that came through our Scentsy world in 2023. So there are all sorts of different types of bars here. I have catalog bars, new and old, that really stood out to me. I have a lot of limited time offers, and I have a lot of limited time offers that are things we've seen in the past that Scentsy brought back, and that has been a lot of fun. So I kind of have it divided into those categories, and of course, knowing me, there's more fall winter than there is spring summer, but let's kick this particular video off with the catalog bars, new release and old standards, that really were enjoyable to me in the spring summer section of 2023. And I will say I have more new releases for spring summer that wowed me than fall winter, and I think that's very interesting. So the first bar that I want to talk about, and I'm sure all of you had some great moments with Scentsy and new scents and maybe revisiting old scents in 2023. I put a lot of things into my club or stocked up on them, maybe more than the year before. Last year, meaning 2022 calendar year, there were some real standouts right around the holiday season, but I didn't really like everything all year. This year, there were a lot more things that I have enjoyed consistently all year round. So first off, my favorite thing that was in the new spring summer catalog of March 2023 was Mango Matcha. This was such a happy bar, you guys. I could not get enough of it. I didn't club it because I think being a new release and people loving it that it's coming back, and I guess I'll cry if it doesn't, but this is such a happy bar. And if you guys are starting to think about putting together melting baskets that have to do with tropical and fruity and happy, because in January you want to be thinking spring, this is one that would be really good with our new confetti showers that's in the Mardi Gras collection, or the cranberry mango that's in our current Bring Back My Bar. Those are really good, and this will go very well. So this has a really nice salted cucumber. It's got some matcha and it's got mango, and it's just one that I could not get enough of spring summer, and I'm really looking forward to melting more, probably starting March or April. Really good bar. I really liked that. The next one that was new release, where I wasn't sure if I liked it at first, but the longer into the season I melted it, I just fell really hard for it, was Raspberry Hibiscus Tea. This is a great bar. I have several downstairs, and just like the other one, actually all three of these new releases, I'm gambling that they'll come back for the spring summer catalog this year. This one, I don't think it smells quite as good in the clam as it does melting. It definitely has a raspberry note. I don't know exactly how to describe the hibiscus, except it's a little bit sweet tart. And this just almost to me has an orange or zest note in the background. It's probably the tea playing with the raspberry, and it is just beautiful. You warm this, it lasts a good long time in your home, and it's just a happy, homey scent for spring, summer. Really good. And then the last one of the new releases is probably the perennial crowd favorite, and that was Mountain Sunset. This is so beautiful, you guys. It's unusual. I think it's got amber and woods and coconut, and together all of those things make its own scent that is just loveliness. This only gets to a medium, though, I think, in most people's homes, so the only complaint is that the throw could be a little better. But it's so beautiful, and it's subtle, and it's interesting, and it's different. So those are the three from the spring summer catalog that we have not had before, that I am really looking forward to hopefully seeing back March of 2024. Now, the old school standard, I'm only going to pick one for spring, summer, and fall, winter, where to me, I warmed a lot more of it than I have in the past, and I liked it better. For me, spring, summer, it was Bonfire Beach. This is a gold standard. Many people love this. It's very popular. It's so good. So this has marshmallow, and it's got a little bit of sea spray, and it has a little bit of smoke, and the description even says that there's flint rock in it, which is kind of weird, but it's beautiful, and it's so happy, and it's summery, but it's almost like late summer. This is a bar that I'm probably not going to melt until at least June or July, but it's absolutely fantastic, and I appreciated it much more than the many seasons that it's been in the catalog in the past. I melted more of this than I ever have. So then we can get into spring, summer limited time offers. And we had coconut coming out our ears this spring, you guys. Now, I'm still holding out hope that Scentsy will make a bakery coconut, which for me is that one elusive unicorn type bar they've never invented. But they did two that were just incredible coconut bars, one for Mother's Day, one for the summer collection, that I stocked up on both of them. Had a really hard time deciding which one to pull from my club because my club got too big over the fall winter, and I ended up pulling Blue Coconut Beach because I'm gambling that will come back for this next catalog. If it doesn't, I have like 9 of them, I'm not going to cry. And the Ocean Air and Coconut Water, to me, that one is probably not coming back. That was our summer collection, that particular LTO, and I like that maybe even better, and it's softer, so you need more of it even than the Blue Coconut Beach, so I kept that one in my club. So these two are like neck and neck. I cannot decide which one I like better. They were amazing. So the Ocean Air and Coconut Water, this is so fresh. It's light, it's fresh, it's clean, but yet it's got that wonderful creamy coconut. It's just beautiful. It's happy, it's floaty. I still have Atlantic Air in my club, but I didn't melt any of that last year pretty much because I had this, which combines, it's not as salty or as floral as Atlantic Air, which is a beautiful scent if you never smelled it before they retired that last year. That is more of like an aquatic with some sea salt and orchid. But the Ocean Air Coconut Water is clean and it still has that floaty quality like Atlantic Air. But then Blue Coconut Beach, this is a little bit creamier. It's got more vanilla. It's a little heavier, even though it's still not a heavy scent. And I fell so hard for this last Mother's Day, and I think a lot of the rest of you did too. Please leave me a comment. Out of the spring summer bars, did a lot of you really love Blue Coconut Beach? If there's lots of you, I'm hoping we'll see it in the catalog. Oh, so good. So those were the two that were at the very top of my list. Then we did a lot of other LTO collections. We did Epcot. We did quite a few different license bars and things. And my standout from all of the license bars, there are 2 of them, for me, after the Epcot collaboration with Disney closed, they started giving us these bars. There were 3. This is the Soft Plumeria. It's my favorite, without the Epcot licensing on them. But this bar is probably not one the rest of you are going to go crazy for. But I loved it because I really like beachy florals. We lost Lush Gardenia. We lost, well, we didn't lose, but there were a couple of other LTOs from the year before that had a lot of these white florals in them, and those didn't come back in any way. So this beautiful creamy plumeria, it's got a little bit of teakwood in the background, just really stole my heart. I don't know how many of the rest of you are as excited about this bar, but I stocked up on that one. It's not in my club because I do have Tiara and Coconut and Lush Gardenia in my club, and I really, really enjoyed that. And then honorable mention for the catalog would be Soak and Raise. I don't know that we'll see that again because there was a note in it that a lot of people didn't care for, but I do like most of those white heady florals, and that was one of those that I liked. But one of my favorite scents of the month for spring summer ended up being Tahitian Twilight. I also loved Aloha Orchid. I also love Chamomile Petals, but I think Tahitian Twilight, which is an August scent, so technically I guess it's the second half of the year, but we weren't really into fall winter yet. I love this. I think this has passion flower. It's got some like summer tropical almost wood in the background. It's really watery. It's exotic and it's really relaxing. And I didn't club most of these because I'm not so much a spring summer girl, but I have got stacks of most of what I'm telling you about. And the Ocean Air and Coconut Water survives in my club, and so does the very last one, the LTO, that I'll share with you, that's specifically spring summer. So beautiful. And last but not least, possibly my favorite bar out of all the ones spring summer is the Peter Pan Bar Sweet and Sassy. I love this. It has like kiwi and a clementine or tangelo note. It is so light, bright, juicy, and fruity. My mother loves it too, which is a plus. This is staying in my club because I don't know when we'll see Peter Pan again. I'm sure we will, but it'll be a while, kind of like Dumbo. Oh man, this is so nice. So most of these are, probably all of them, are not currently available, but you never know what will come back in our March catalog for 2024, and we'll get sneak peeks and things in February. So that was the first half of the year. Then we had kind of this odd couple of collections in transition that they started in August, but they weren't really spring, summer, or fall, winter. And then we had this whole very interesting trend with Scentsy of cowboy and leather type things all in between, like what, June, July, August, September. We had different things popping up. So I have two that were LTO and one that was another LTO, which is a scent we've had in the past. Had a hard time classifying what these really belonged in, so I'm just going to do all three of them right now. I'm going to call this the leather period with Scentsy. We had a really special redo of, I don't remember the name of it, that's the Open Plains is the one with the cow skull. But first we did the hat, the cowboy hat, and that sold out like immediately. Country Born, I think, and they re-released Weathered Leather and Saddle Up to go with that Country Born warmer in a special kind of a bundle. And Saddle Up, believe it or not, is a bar I have been wanting back for so long. Now, I did not, number one, I almost couldn't have gotten the warmer bundle because it sold out in a flash. But number two, I didn't even want I Don't Care for Weathered Leather in that bundle. But I could add Saddle Up to my club. And this is one of my favorite outdoorsy, kind of middle of the summer, early fall scents that Scentsy has made that I had been missing. And I will say, between Bring Back My Bar, which I haven't gotten to yet, and a lot of other things where they revisited some old classics in LTOs, I was very happy with that business model in 2023, and it made me excited to see what was around the bend as far as new things, because they might be some old things that aren't Bring Back My Bar that I love, that I miss. So this one is safely in my club. We'll stay there for quite a while. And it was like the year of leather and suede. We had vanilla suede and Bring Back My Bar, which didn't make it into this like top grouping. I do like that bar, but I don't know how long I'll keep it because I have this one too. And then we had this Open Plains collection where we had the re-release of the Cow Skull Warmer. And there were 4 bars that were inspired by Weathered Leather. So 2 of them made it into my club, and they're probably going to stay there a long time. My husband and I both love White Amber and Teak, which I would also give an honorable mention to. It's been in both the spring, summer, and fall, winter catalog. I love that bar. I know a lot of people do not care for it because heavy masculine cologne type scents are not their deal, but that's been very popular in our home, and Hometown Cowboy is just a little bit more masculine, a little bit more leathery version of that. So my husband and I both loved this. This is so good. Like, this is the right amount of leather and masculine notes without it being like, ooh, cologne-y to me. Like, I don't care for Mystery Man. I know a lot of people do, and it's been our men's cologne classic for many, many seasons. But this one has some warmth. It's interesting. It has some softness. I really enjoy it. And so this is really a top pick for me. And then another one that was in that collection is called Under the Oak Tree. And the thing I really liked about this is I have not had before from Scentsy a smell that gives you a little bit of a cologne feel, a little bit of a wood feel, and some apple. I mean, we do have kind of that. I guess that's not fair. We do have one more, but there's a lot more spice in it. I'll talk about that in the standouts from the Bring Back My Bars, which that's like one of my top 3 bars of the whole year. This Under the Oak Tree isn't quite that, but my older daughter loves this, and so do I. So I got 4 bars. I didn't pull vanilla suede. 4 bars in my club that have leather and wood notes that made me a very, very happy girl. So if the rest of you were hiding your inner cowgirl and it could come out this year too, you're right along there with me rejoicing. I don't know how many people were really into that trend, but I loved it. So, okay, now let's move into the fall winter. And I guess I'll do the Bring Back My Bar faves and the other returning LTOs and stuff after that. So, in the catalog fall winter, I did not fall in love with the 10 new releases as much as I did the spring summer. I actually struggled more to appreciate them this year, which is weird because I'm a fall winter girl. But what I did come up with as probably the top 2, and then the third one I just rediscovered that I liked would be Fall Feelin', but I'm actually out of the bar because I wasn't sure that I did want any more. Then I warmed the last 2 cubes just kind of accidentally and realized how much I do like it. You saw that probably last week in my What I've Been Warming. And I'm not usually that back and forth on something. There's just something about that bar where I got too excited and then I wasn't excited at all. And now I would put that into like an honorable mention from the new releases fall of 2023. But the 2 that were very consistent were Red Currant Wreath, which I really like, and I had to grow into liking the Cranberry and Cardamom. This is probably the standout bar for me of all of the fall winter releases. Now, many people love Dashing. I have not fallen for that as hard as a lot of others have, though. But this, Cranberry and Cardamom, the longer that I warmed it, the the more I liked it. So this is currently available. This has warmth. It's got depth with the cranberry, and that cardamom spice isn't as warm as, say, a cinnamon or a ginger or a clove. Cardamom has a sophistication and it adds depth rather than a lot of warmth. So I think that's why we saw a good amount of that this fall winter in Scentsi's new combinations. Really nice. And then the red currant wreath. We've had a lot of currant this last year, I'll tell you that. I really like the basic but good quality of this. It lasts a long time. It's very tailored and it's soft. I should melt some of this month. This is something that you could do pretty much anytime fall, winter, and enjoy it. And then for my returning favorite, I melted lots more of this scent, and it's a classic in the catalog all the time, the normal. That would be pumpkin roll, and that's because they brought it in a brick. And if you watch my channel, all during the fall, I would tell you how much I love this scent, but I've struggled with consistency with bars as far as the pour and getting all the scent notes. So I have been a very happy girl, and all through the fall, and Greg loved it too, I have done a lot of pumpkin roll, and I'm very, very happy that they gave us 3 classics in bricks this fall winter. So you can still get this one, Very Snowy Spruce, and Christmas Cottage in a brick as well as a bar, and I love that idea, and I cannot wait to see what they do. I'm hoping for the spring-summer catalog. I want Amazon Rain in a brick. I don't know about the rest of you. That's the one I'm hoping for. I have been for a couple years. So we've got all of that. Then let's move into the fall winter LTOs, and then I will do the ones where these are returning favorites that were like Bring Back My Bar or any other weird collections where they popped up. So I have a little bit larger pile for fall winter than spring summer. I guess I'll start with the scents of the month. So for me, I'm including September, October, November, and December, and I'm not a mint person. I know that the Mint to Be Merry has been wildly popular. It's just not my thing. The ones I loved, and I think most people will agree, Frosted Cinnamon Roll is probably the standout bakery bar of 2023 for me personally. I love it. It is solid. It's consistent. A few days ago, I was warming this and something from a different company that had complimentary notes, and I'm telling you what, Scentsi's consistency, and this has that old school richness that you want in a Scentsy bakery bar. It's just the best. I love this scent. Oh, it just made my house smell good and rich and bakery-like with a sprinkling of cinnamon and almost like a caramelly note all day into the next day. Just gorgeous. So this is probably in my top 5, maybe top 3 of the whole year of 2023. This went into my bi-monthly club and it will not be coming out. It is very, very good. Then the other scent of the month that I'm not seeing being very popular with others, but I really liked, I can't say I love it as much as the other one, is Pumpkin Cashmere. This is an unusual scent, but I'm really enjoying it, especially as it's had some time to sit and develop. But I like woodsy, I love cashmere, and I like the little bit of pine cone that's with this pumpkin. It gives it almost like a little bit of a nose prickling quality, and it's layered and complicated, and I really like this. So I may be in the minority here, but those are the ones from the Scent of the Month LTOs that I really liked for fall winter. And then we had a harvest bundle, we had a holiday bundle, we had Scents of the Season, we had Scentspiration. So I've tried to pick at least one from each of those that I really, really enjoyed. So in the fall, there are 2 of them. One of them I clubbed, one of them I stocked up on like crazy. I was just sorting things this morning for my video, and the one that I didn't club is Forever Fall. I think I might have 10 of these now because I wanted a lot. But this is more controversial. I think the one that everybody loved was Cashmere Leaves. And kind of like Raspberry Hibiscus Tea in the spring, it took me a little while to come around to this bar. But I love it now, and the consistency of the beauty melting it over the course of a few months really won me over. So you can no longer get these. Everything changed over for January 1st when Bring Back My Bar came out. But as far as LTO, we still have all the regular catalog bars, but the LTOs that were fall, winter, the specific holiday and harvest, those are now gone. But this has such a nice grouping of notes. It's got the apple, which is almost like a baked or spiced apple rain kind of a scent. It's got some leaves, and it has this little mysterious bit of spice. It's so good. And again, this isn't cloven cinnamon or ginger hitting you over the head. It's subtle spices. It did a lot of that this fall winter, and this is really good. So then the one that I personally liked, more of a personal indulgence, is Forever Fall. And the reason that I did not put this into my club is because right now, for Bring Back My Bar 2024, Everything Nice is somewhat like this, add pecan and praline, and I am in more for that than I am for this, but this is baked pumpkin with really rich brown sugar and some spice. And this is that warm cinnamon ginger clove type spice. And I love this. But a lot of people got a nasty squashy note from this, and they're getting the same thing from Everything Nice, so this was more divisive, so I wanted to put it kind of on the back burner. All right, then we also have the Holiday 5 bars and the Scents of the Season and the Scentspirations. And I do have 2 from Scents of the Season, but the one is in returning things that I have missed in the past that came back that made me happy. So we'll do that in a little bit. The caramel praline cake is sort of right on the cusp for me of, I wanted to mention it, but I'm not sure if I should. Now today I warmed a clam of this and my performance issues were pretty much settled. It has had enough time to cure that I got that really beautiful, rich, buttery, and very delicate caramel shards smell right out the gate. I used a whole bar in different warmers all through my main area and I could smell it very well. The first time I tested this out after I got all excited about it on Cold Sniff, it was a dud. Just needed its time to cure, and I went back and forth for so long about what I was going to do to club this. I didn't initially want to club it because I wasn't sure. And of course, like last day of December, I threw it in my quarterly just in case. I'm still undecided on whether I'm going to keep this in my club because almond croissants in my bi-monthly, and that is my favorite, like bakery rich decadent scent that Scentsy's ever created, and it's a longer lasting performer. But for now, this is in my quarterly because it just barely by the skin of its teeth with enough performance made it into my top group for the whole year. Really nice bar. Another one which kind of like Forever Fall, maybe a personal favorite rather than a fan favorite, is Christmas Cottage Cider. I love this. And I did not club it because I have too many different kinds of wax. But I got a bunch of it, and you only need one a year because I'm going to melt this in my bedroom. This is so festive and nice, and like October, November, December, I will be melting this. But my downfall, personally, for all the scents except actual Christmas Cottage, is that when you take whatever the base of Christmas Cottage was, and we mixed it with wreath, we mixed it with cider, and we mixed it with mint. I did not like the mint at all. There is a little bit of a harshness with all the spices, even for a spice lover. That Christmas Cottage itself has the right balance to deal with it. The other ones, I think, leaned a little bit not as good. So I'm not sure when Scentsy is going to continue, or if they're going to continue this whole Scentspirations line. But there are challenges with mixing a base scent with new scents that I wonder how successful they're going to be in the long haul with some of the ones that they try. I don't know. So then, when it comes to LTO's Fall Winter, my very favorite, not returning scent, because we'll get to that in a minute, that was a Disney, and my favorite scent of the entire year, I think, are here. My probably favorite scent of the whole year of 2023, because I'm such a tree lover, is Sleigh Ride. I love this. Now, obviously, Frosted Cinnamon Roll is going to be much more practical because I can use it all year round, but Sleigh Ride just stole my heart. I mean, it's wonderful. As far as new scents, I've got some old scents next that those are making me really happy too. But, oh, you guys, I love this bar. I sure hope you clubbed it. This is fantastic with cranberry and cardamom, which is the whole reason it edged back into my favor, because you warm these in alternate warmers, and it's just so Christmassy. But this bar is sweet. It has that gorgeous fir and those really tart cranberries and a little bit of outdoor frosty air. Absolutely phenomenal. My favorite scent of the whole year, for sure. All right, and then my favorite of all the LTOs that were released for Fall Winter, even though it's really more of a spring summer scent, is the new Disney's Wish Bar, because this nails lemon lime, which is one of my favorite spring summer scents. This is so good, you guys. You have to try it. If you like Squeeze the Day and you like cocoa lime, smush them together, you get this, and it is phenomenal. Oh man, it throws very well. It's got sweet vanilla sugar, lemons, and limes, and it's phenomenal. So I find it interesting for someone who's not really a light fruity, sweet type bar lover. These two are both amazing. I don't know if I'm going to club this because I have this and we have Squeeze a Day and all the rest of it, but I am buying tons of it and stocking up and putting it away. They were phenomenal. So now the bars that made me personally super happy, because they were all LTO, but they're things that we've had in the past that I miss, besides the Saddle Up, which I wanted to smush in with our whole cowboy thing that went on. So I have Cozy Kitchen from our Holiday Brick collection. This was a returning favorite. There was another one that was a returning favorite, I guess, for many people, Candy Apple, but this went into my club as a bar. I loved this. This, other than Frosted Cinnamon Roll, was my favorite bakery scent of 2023. Because this is old school Scentsy bakery goodness. It's deep, it's rich, it's got this milky quality, it's got a little bit of cinnamon, it has really nice oats and gorgeous caramel swirl. It lasts a good long time. It's super, super cozy. It is exactly what it says. And this would be in my top 5 bars of everything for 2023, as far as I'm going to use lots of this and enjoy it every single time I put it in the morning. So then another one, and this is right up there, like number 4, number 3, somewhere in there for all the scents all year long, was really a sleeper bar for me, and that is the 3 Thumbs Up bar, because I don't do Halloween. I'm not into that kind of decor. The first time that this bar was offered, I totally ignored it. But my director said, if you love pumpkin spice, you really need to try 3 Thumbs Up, and she was not kidding. Oh man. This, along with Cozy Kitchen and Frosted Cinnamon Roll, are probably going to be the most melted bars of everything that I've shown you here on the table consistently all year long, because I love my bakery and my spice more than anything else. I love Woodsy too, but I don't melt that all year usually. I will melt this spring, summer, whereas my sleigh ride will have to wait for November and December. Oh, this is so good, you guys. So this is a gentle, almost like a pumpkin spice bread. And it is subtle. It just puts the right amount of happy quality scent into your home for a good long time. I liken it to a not very sweet version of something like apple butter frosting. We also right now have the toasted apple butter, which I'm going to be trying that out. It's from Bring Back My Bar currently. That one might make it into my favorites of 2024. We will see. But this 3 Thumbs Up bar made me very, very happy. I bought tons of it, and it's in my bi-monthly club. So then we have a couple more LTOs that are Disney. And I didn't always appreciate Olaf because mine needed to cure for a darn long time before I could smell him. Now that I can smell the bars that I have, I am much more impressed with this than I used to be, and I see why people get excited about getting him back. He's actually still currently available. Oh, this is beautiful, light, frosty, floaty, minty air for Christmas or winter, and I just think I'm going to be ordering some more of him before he goes away. I'm not going to club him, but this was one of my most improved. I appreciated it much more this time around. LTO, so it was reoffered. And then the North Calls. This is beautiful too. And I did put this into my best of the season, where Robin and I did a collab for Fall Winter Overview. I think that was end of November. But this is a bar I would melt winter and early spring. And it's very unusual. It's got grapefruit and marine and lily. It's really lovely. Very, very interesting. And then the best, I think, scent for Christmas that's truly a Christmassy, tug at your heartstrings smell that I was so happy people got back this year was Homestead Holiday. This is one of the top Christmas bars of all time for nostalgia. If I could name the ones where we never get them all at the same time: Cranberry and Tinsel, which we haven't seen in years, Homestead Holiday, I love Wassail Wonderland, although I know it's not all that popular, and of course my beloved Cozy Fireside with this, oh man, just like Christmas nostalgia collection, perfect. Homestead Holiday is amazing. I sure hope you clubbed it, because this is one of the best bars Scentsy made. Really, I think would go into my top 25 of all time. So those are really, really amazing. And then last but not least, we had a January Bring Back My Bar and a June Bring Back My Bar. And there were 3 things that I had been hoping I would get back into my club, and they are safely in there. The first one was from January, and that is Autumn Blaze Maple. And I kept thinking this was the June BBMB, so I'm sorry. I love this bar. This bar makes me so happy. This bar is September and October autumn sunshine, just in a wax form. Oh, it's so beautiful. So this has maple, and it's got wood, and it's got pumpkins, and it's got spice, and it's just glorious. And this is safely, I think it's in my quarterly. It'll stay there forever. The other one is Rustic Lodge, and you all have heard about this all the time. I've enjoyed getting this back in my collection and warming it all November and December. It's like just wood smoke and cabin and autumn leaves and moss, and probably my favorite returning LTO of the entire year, except maybe the Haunted Mansion and Cozy Kitchen. It's so hard because they're different categories, is Hemingway. Hemingway is fantastic. I hope y'all clubbed it. And I was realizing that Under the Oak Tree has a similar profile, but this is a totally different bar. This bar is rich, it's warm, it's cuddly, it's happy. One of the most beautiful masculine scents Scentsy's ever invented. Like, if I had to choose between, I was, gushing about White Amber Antique, but White Amber Antique and this is going to win hands down, because the apple, the spice, the wood, and the little bit of men's cologne, but it's all warm, is just one of the best scents, and it's a fabulous performer that Scentsy's ever made. So, if I'm going to go back over like top 5 of the whole year, Sleigh Ride for sure, Hemingway for sure, Frosted Cinnamon Roll for sure, Haunted Mansion, and then probably, because I need to give some Spring Summer Bar a chance, I would say the Tinkerbell Sweet and Sassy. These were my absolute favorites of 2023. Please let me know what you guys clubbed, what you stocked up on, what you were so happy to see back that was an LTO that at one time had been either catalog or previously released LTO. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. God bless. Have an amazing 2024, guys.